when you have a girl that doesn't want a man, she's with you because she wants to be with you, not because she needs to, not because she's expecting you to pay this, expecting you to pay that. And guess what? When I find a girl like that, now I want to cover everything.
Meet Dorian, a Miami-based relationship coach
who's all about helping you level up by leveling up yourself.
From wild club stories to real talk on self-worth, he's got the raw insight every modern dater needs.
Don't be intimidated. Carry yourself with your worth. Have your self-confidence. Have your energy. If there's something that you don't like about yourself, change it.
What's going on, dear friends? Thank you so much for tuning in for another great episode of Tom Talk Success, where we bring you a lot of different entrepreneurs, people that want to level up. And today I have a true pleasure to introduce Dorian, a good friend of mine. Dorian, how about you, man? How are you doing today?
First off, the pleasure's all mine, man. I appreciate it, but it's good, man. I can't complain. Another day in Miami. You know, it's cold outside, but end of the day, we still in Miami. Can't complain, right?
Let's do it. And so, guys, just so you know, Dorian is all about relationship, dating, you know, helping you really, you know, find the one for you, right?
So my whole message is I teach people how to better their relationships by bettering themselves, right? How to put your best foot forward so you can attract the people that you want around you.
Love it.
You get me? So, you know, I've had clients that finish my program, you know, I finished coaching them, and they end up breaking up with their partner because they realized that the person that they were with was actually holding them down. It wasn't who they wanted to be, like who they were supposed to be with. You get me? So yeah, it may be about bettering your relationship, but at the end of the day, it's about bettering yourself too.
So Dorian, let's just jump right into it, bro.
All right, cool.
So I want to ask you, bro, first of all, what do you think about the whole relationship thing in Miami? Like, why is it so complicated in this city, bro? Is people making it complicated, or it's for real complicated topic?
I think that's it's a very broad question, right? Because first off, we live in Miami, right? We have people that come on vacation here constantly. You know, we have a constant rotation of people. So if you're out and you're out in the like night scene, you're meeting people and whatnot, there's always a new person that you're gonna meet. You get me? I'm gonna put it to you like this. I used to work at Club 11. I was security there. And I would see people come through all the time. I'm talking about like bachelorette parties, you know, like I've seen the bride, you know, cheat on their man and everything and stuff like that. And it's like,
wow.
You know, you'll have people like come like that to Miami, and living here, you have access to that because there's a lot of people coming through. So you get me? Along with the people that live here and are always looking for the one up and this and that, you have that as well. So it's like, yeah.
So you see it all.
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of a lot.
So why is it Miami so like bro? I feel like the city, and I was just talking to Cedric. Shout out to Cedric.
Shout out to boy Cedric.
We were just talking about, you know, like how crazy the city is in terms of also the girls, but also like the consistent competition here, you know. And you know, we were talking about with Cedric how good it's a good thing, you know, between you and the guys, but it just feels like there is it's like a never-ending game kind of thing. What's your thoughts on that?
I agree with that, right? So the thing is with Miami has a lot of people that have made it, you know, that are successful and whatnot. And the thing is, when people become successful, people move to Miami, right? You live in Brickell, you live in downtown, you live in these areas, and 80-90% of the people that I meet are not from Miami. They moved here, you know, they become successful and they move here. So then that's just a very big like influx of people that come here, and you get me, they already made it. So why I like being with Cedric, why I like being with the band is because, you know, we all have our own things going, like with you as well. We all have our own things going, but we still are striving for more. We're still trying to get more. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's a hard thing to find in Miami. It's hard to find a group of guys that are trying to like level themselves up, because Miami is full of people that have made it. There's a whole bunch of these groups that they've already made it. And yeah, you can become friends with them and they can cheat you and they can, you know, they could like mentor you and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they're already set. They're not striving how we are.
I agree.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I agree. So you essentially think about it as a good thing, right? Like you're seeing it as like, all right, if I know this guy's doing that and this guy's doing that, maybe we can collab, maybe we can do stuff just like how we met.
Of course.
And you're starting the relationship there. Got you. And so let's talk about, before we kind of dive right into relationship and all that, why do you believe that relationship can help you and motivate you to do a lot better, especially for entrepreneurs out there that, you know, just starting out? Do they need it, or is it better to take 3-4 years, focus on themselves, and then kind of go for it?
That's where the right one comes into play, because not every person is going to be able to understand that. Not every person is going to be able to stand by while you sit and you put hours to the side and not being able to, provide them the attention that they want at the moment. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's a very hard area. For example, the day that I met you, that day when we did all that, I was up for 35 hours straight. I'm talking about working, scripting. I'm not even like working at a job, my own personal stuff. You get me? Like planning out stuff for my clients, scripting content that I wanted to do, shooting content. Then I stayed up all night because I found out about the shoot that we had to do. So that night when I found out about it, I stayed up all night scripting out things for my own YouTube video, things for me and Cedric. And then I woke up. I woke up. That morning came by and I'm like, I'm not even going to sleep because I got to be up in 2 hours. So then I went and I did other stuff that I had to do. And then I went to go shoot, and you know what we did after that. So imagine me doing that and also like trying to have like a relationship with someone.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like it could be so tough
sometimes.
sometimes.
It could, and it is really tough unless you find someone that understands that, someone that's in the same area, someone that's in the same space, and even then, it still could be hard. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying you need to find the right one that can understand that.
Love it. How do you find the right one?
So I actually been dropping YouTube videos. I don't know if you've seen them lately, and I actually just dropped a YouTube video like last week on how to manifest your dream partner. You get me? I dropped 5 steps on it, and if you go and watch that video, I break down to you step by step on how to really do that. And it's a lot of it deals with just putting out the energy that you want. All right, the main topics of it is visualizing your dream partner. And I'm not talking about like an actual person, what someone looks like or anything like that. Just your dream partner, like what you want from them. And that's beyond physical traits. I'm talking about like who you want them to be like as a person, right? And then when you visualize that, you just put yourself in the situations where you can find that type of person. What I mean by that is like if you feel like you've been going, like you're not around the area that you want, that like if you're not around those areas where you think your partner would be, switch it around, go to those areas. If you like someone that's in the gym, probably change gyms or go to a library and this and that, and just put yourself in situations to find that partner and then let go. And what I mean by let go is like, let the universe do its thing. Don't be like, oh my God, like I need my partner. When is this partner going to come along? Let go and you'll be rewarded. You'll reap the rewards.
I love it. So Dorian, bro, do you believe, especially in today's days, I mean, with what's going on in Miami, I think the ladies here, like, they need to change a little bit. I don't know if you agree with me or not. I'm not talking about 100% of them, but like 95% of them, it's a completely mess. I mean, complete mess. I think, and here's why I think that way, is because, dude, you go to Miami and you literally seeing them jumping between different guys. I mean, it's just nonsense to me. Why do you think it's happened like that? I mean, why does the girls don't really have a lot of self-confidence, or like they're always trying to jump and it's like a never-ending game?
So that's a very tricky situation, right? I think there's a couple of different factors that play into that. One thing that I believe is that there's a lot of women in Miami that want men that have made it, high value men and whatnot, right?
And there's nothing wrong with it, by the way.
There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, there's this many high value men and this many women that want the high value men. You know what I'm trying to say? So women lots of times are trying to like, okay, like let me see, okay, he's giving me attention, and they don't mind going above and beyond for the man. But then lots of times those men, like, they're like, okay, I'm a high value man, I have women throwing themselves at me, this and that, and so they just play the game until they're ready to settle down at the end of the day. So that's why you see women like with different men, and you see men like going through like with a lot of different women and whatnot, because he's gonna play his field until he can. And the women, since they want a high value man, they're trying to go above and beyond and get the man that they want. Which, again, there's nothing wrong with you wanting a high value man. You get what I'm trying to say? Because
it is what it is.
It is what it is. And yeah, like, you get me? Like, but it's just, yeah,
there's a game there.
Yeah, there's a game there. There's a game that goes back and forth.
So there's a lot of girls, bro, and this is what I like, right? I like the ladies out there, the girls that are really into like, bro, like self-development, like getting out there, creating a business, creating something, and there's a lot out there that just waiting for a guy, to just kind of implement all their needs. I hate it. What's your opinion on that, and why there's a lot of girls are like that too?
I 110% agree with you, right? Like, it sounds kind of crazy. I feel like I want a girl that really doesn't even need me.
Dude, for real. That she can be by herself alone. You know, like
Perfectly
set.
Yes. Like, it sounds crazy when I say that. I want a girl that doesn't need a man. And what I mean by that is, like, when you have a girl that doesn't want a man, she's with you because she wants to be with you, not because she needs to, not because she's expecting you to pay this, expecting you to pay that. And guess what? When I find a girl like that, now I want to cover everything.
Exactly.
I don't want you to worry about no bills. I want to pay everything. But I want to do it because I can, not because I need to.
So you also, like, in a way, more attracted to girls that like either have a business, work, successful in their own field.
Yes, and they also have more of an understanding of what I was talking about, me being up for 35 hours and, you know, hey, listen, I can't do this today. I can't do this week because I need to plan this out. I have something that I got to submit to someone, or I got something that I have to present to someone. You get me?
Exactly.
Like,
and I feel like they're going to understand you because they've been through that.
Correct.
They know kind of what it takes to get
Correct.
to that spot, where other girls will just be like, well, what the heck, you know, like.
Exactly. Like oh, like you really just don't care about me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
and
no,
that's not the thing. And the thing is, a lot of guys too, when guys are in those situations and they're like, you know, entrepreneur guys, and they're doing this, they're working a lot, and then the girls are like, oh, like, you don't even care about me. In the guy's mentality, he's doing a lot of this for you, not necessarily for you, but for the relationship. Like, I'm trying to make sure we're set.
Exactly.
I want to make sure me and my lady are set.
Exactly.
But then you know, we're just wired different. You know, the woman, she's like, oh no, like, he's just doing all this, like, he doesn't care for me and this and that.
Or they want everything right now. You know?
Yeah, it's like, it's a hard battle, and that's when like emotional intelligence comes into play. Like, you really need to understand your partner, to understand how they need to be loved, and love them in the way that they want, not the way that you like to give love, but the way that they need to receive the love. So that's a very important thing to learn about your partner before you get, like, even deep into a relationship.
Dude, I think, and I want to kind of know your opinion on that. I think the guys here in Miami, bro, they're going through so much when it comes to relationship and just dealing with girls in general. Like, it's pretty crazy. I think if you go into, like, Nebraska or something, dude, it's not even close to what the guys going through here, you know?
In all honesty, in Nebraska, they already have families. They got their families going on. Like, you know, we're we're driven in a different way. You get me? Like, I guess like in the small towns and whatnot, because I was dating a girl from a small town here in Florida. She lives here in Miami now. And she was telling me that, like, her friends from high school and stuff like that, they all have more of the small town mentality, and they already all have, like, the house, like just a little regular house with a family and all married and this and that. And, you know, she's modeling, she's doing this and that, and, like, mind you, this girl has a degree, like a great degree. She was in neuroscience. I forgot exactly what she did, but you get me? Like, she has, like, a really good degree, and she's out here modeling and doing this and that, and it's doing great for her. But yeah, she was telling me that in her small town, everyone already has the kids, everyone already has the family, and that's here in Florida. So imagine somewhere like Nebraska. It's a lot. They don't have a lot of the outward vision that we have. You get what I'm trying to say? They have more tunnel vision. Yes, they have more of a tunnel vision. Go to school, get a job, have a family.
Where here they're exposed to, like, the whole world,
everything.
modeling,
people coming and visiting from every single where, from France, from New York, LA, everywhere is coming to visit here. We have crazy culture shock here, and we're just exposed to, like I see more. Like, I walk out and I'm walking in Brickell, I see more Lamborghini Urises than I do Hondas.
No, it's insane.
You know, like, it's insane out here. And somewhere like in Nebraska, to see a Urus, they're like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. This is a daily thing for us out here. I'm not saying I have one, I want one, you get me? But I'm saying, like,
you're right.
It's a daily thing for us. It's something that we see on the regular out here.
I get what you're saying.
And we're just exposed to an entirely different lifestyle, an entirely different set of rules out here, to be honest.
I think I agree with you. I think for guys out there, it's a good thing to be in an environment like that, where you're seeing a lot of viewers, you're seeing, like, jets and stuff, and it's kind of motivating you, right? You want to get that, and it feels like everybody in this, like, kind of entrepreneurship mentality But I also think, we talking here about like relationship and stuff like that. I feel like, I feel like a lot of people, which is sad, but a lot of guys are really doing it. And I was just talking to it about it with Cedric. They're really doing it not for themselves, not to be like, you know what, I achieved that, but to be like, you know what, this model say, oh, he's a good guy. You know what I mean? So what do you think about like doing all this work, really building all this stuff just because you want this girl or that girl to be like proud of you or maybe to go out with you?
I mean, not girls necessarily. Well, let me not even lie, because there was a girl that like I was, like dating, like, I had a little thing with her, and in all honesty, I'm like, yo, this is a girl that like she deserves everything. Like, you feel me? And I'm like, I want to give her everything.
Yeah.
And that was motivating me as well. Like, yo, like I know this is a girl that, like, she's been on dates with X, Y, and Z. She dated like this football player, this and that. She was dating this actor and stuff like that. And
that's what I'm saying, bro. Miami is so tough. You can literally date a girl that dated like an NFL player.
That's what I was doing that.
He's like one of like 300 people in the world.
I know. And I'm saying, like, I'm talking about, like, I took this girl.
Like, the competition here is just nonsense.
Crazy.
Bro.
Like, I took this girl on a cruise that her ex was an NFL player. She dated, like, she went on some dates with like this actor and whatnot. And I wasn't here saying, I'm not intimidated by that. You know what I'm trying to say? It was more to me, I'm like, yo, like, this girl can get that type of guy. Like, I want to be this type of guy as well. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I know I could be that. Like, I'm not there yet. It's like, in all honesty, my confidence is not a matter of if, but a matter of when. When I like get to goals that I really want to achieve. Don't get me wrong, I've already achieved a lot of goals that I've had like written down from like 2-3 years ago, but I want to achieve even more. You get what I'm trying to say?
So for all the guys that watching us there, you saying don't be in the mindset of like, what is it right now? Be the mindset that you are the guy of what you're meant to be, what you're going to be.
Yes, be the guy that you know you're going to be. You get what I'm trying to say? Don't be intimidated by this and that. Like, yo, like, if you know that you could be some type of person, some type of, you get me? Do it, make it happen. Take the steps that you need to and achieve them.
I love it, bro. I love it. Why do you think there's a lot of, you mentioned in the beginning, right, of the podcast, how crazy it is here with all the breakups and the cheating. Let's talk about it, bro. First of all, why do you think there is a lot of cheating from like both sides?
I think...
What's your thoughts on it?
It's going to sound crazy, right? Because, I work through social media and this and that. I'm an influencer. But social media also has...
A major part in it.
A major part of it. It has saturated a lot of people's minds. Like, social media shows you, in all honesty, the top 1% of the 1%. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, think about it. For example, unrelated to relationships, it's less than like 1% of gym goers that could bench 225 pounds, right? But then you can get on Instagram, you could look up gym bro, and you're gonna see 1,000 guys benching 405 for reps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? And that's like the elite of the elite. But the fact that it's so accessible to us, you see things with relationships as well. You see guys that take girls on crazy, extravagant trips, propose to her or ask them to be their girlfriend with a rose, with 12 roses with $100 wrapped around each one, and this and that, and doing crazy things. And, like, women see that and they want that. Which is, again, it's nothing wrong. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong to want that, but at the end of the day, you do have to realize that it's a very small percentage of guys that can actually do things like that. And the fact that it's so accessible for us to just see things like that, you just kind of get to the point like, I deserve the best. Like, this is the best. I deserve the best. And when relationships come along and you don't get that, you're like, oh man, like, this guy doesn't really love me, or vice versa. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that it gets into the mentality unknowingly.
So here's what I think happens here, especially in cities like Miami, New York, LA, the big cities. Essentially, let's say there's a girl out there that, going out with somebody, and let's say she's just scrolling, like you're saying, on Instagram, and she see like, oh, this guy's doing that, this guy's doing that. And meanwhile, my boyfriend is completely here or something. I mean, not to say bad words about the boyfriend, maybe he's not there yet, but she's saying like, why would I go with him if I know I can go with him?
Correct.
But to me, that's a problem, because then it's like, everybody starts from nothing, and also they don't know how the wheel will change. Maybe that guy will sell his company and became a billionaire or something. You know what I mean?
And that's what I said about the mentality of choosing up. You know, like lots of times like, oh, I think I could do better and I deserve better, and then they choose up because again, everything that you see on the phone and what you see going on, and that is something that sucks. You know, that's something that happens a lot here. I actually like sometimes set up girls like with a little test for that same situation. For example, when the 76ers played against Miami,
Okay.
they had a party here. I went to the party. I invited this girl with me, right? This girl came, she brought her friend and whatnot, and we're at the party. And, you know, there's like basketball players there.
I didn't know the basketball players coming and then they have a party after the game.
They do that from time to time. Like, not necessarily after the game, like when they have like a stretch, like if they don't play for a couple of days, they'll have a party like before. Or even then, like, you know, they do a lot of things. I mean, it's Miami. They want to come here and they want to have a good time.
Yeah.
So whatever. So I invite her with me. And so we're there, the party's going along, it's going good, and there's players there, there's football players there too. I'm not going to say any names,
of course.
You know, there's football players, there's basketball players there, there's people that are big on social media there too. And so, you know, as a guy to get invited to that, like you got to know someone, you got to be somewhere and this and that, you know what I'm trying to say? And I was invited there, so you feel me, it was cool. But so I'm in there with her, this and that, and her friend is like all in my ear, like, oh man, like I haven't seen her like the guy like this before, blah, blah, this and that, like first time that y'all chill with each other, blah, blah. And I'm like, and I'm telling her straight up, I'm like, listen, I know this is your friend and all, but I don't believe a single word that she's saying, respectfully. And she's like, nah, friend, like for real. I'm like, all right, whatever, we'll see. So then I go to the bathroom. I'm like, yo, y'all wait right here for a second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, and when I come back, they're both gone, right? And so I'm like, all right, cool. You know, there's 1,001 females there as well. So I go around and I talk to other girls, this and that. I meet some other girls. And at the party, there's a second floor to the house. And on the second floor of the house, they had a security at the staircase to not let like just anybody upstairs. So again, as a guy to be in, you feel me? Like you gotta be someone. And then to go upstairs, like athletes, like this and that, like you gotta like really be, you get me? And the girls can't just walk up there neither by themselves. So then I walk up there. Well, I met two girls and I took the girls upstairs because you feel me, I was cool to go up there. And when I get up there, I see her talking with a basketball player up there. I'm talking about like laughing, haha, this and that, because she didn't know if that I could get upstairs. Because she had asked me earlier. She's like, "Oh, have you been upstairs yet?" And I was like, "Nah, I haven't been up."
Dude, this is terrible.
You get me? And so. She was not my lady, anything. She doesn't owe me nothing. She doesn't owe me anything. But the thing is, since I'm in those situations, since I'm in those rooms a lot, I'm in that environment a lot, I like to bring a girl around to see how she would react, to see if a girl is going to choose up, if she's going to choose up or not, because she didn't owe me nothing. But respect goes such a long way. You're there because of me. Yeah, you don't owe me nothing, but if you're there because of me, I expect you to be with me.
Exactly, and that's why, that's the freaking point that I was trying to do is like, they have no respect, and that's a problem because, dude, I went with a couple of my friends the other day to Marion, the club here, and bro, I saw literally people like I saw two guys and two girls are getting a table. Meanwhile, the two guys, paying obviously for everything, bro. The two girls were not stopping talking to like.
Other guys.
Three other boys there, and dude, I was looking at it. I was like, what is it, like, like
it's crazy.
What the hell, like kind of.
But
like, it should be like that.
It shouldn't. But then, I've also had like good experiences too. So for example, Art Basel weekend, I went out to a club. 50 Cent was at the club. 50 Cent was actually performing there, right? And I brought these two girls. Some girls that were visiting from Australia actually. Crazy, crazy,
I know they're Australian, bro.
So I told you? No, okay. So we were there, and we were in the club, we in a section, this and that, and she actually knows 50 Cent. You get me? She knows him. So she was like, hey, like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to his section for a little bit, this and that. I'm like, yeah, cool. So she goes to his section, this and that, blah, blah. And so when 50 and them was about to leave, like, they were like, they leave through the back door and everything. And they were like, yeah, like, I seen them, like, yo, like, come on. And she was like, no. Like, no. Like, she didn't leave with him. She came right back to me. You get me? And I'm like, again, that's the girl that didn't owe me nothing. But then that was so respectful. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, she stayed with me the entire night. Like, we made plans. I was like, okay, I'm going to take you to this event, that event, blah, blah. She came and she could have left with 50.
What a
and her
green
people.
flag, bro.
Green flag. And so what I'm saying is that that's not everybody.
It's not everybody.
It's hard
like,
to find that.
It's like 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So yes, that was such a green flag. She lives in Australia though.
Yeah.
And that's even more of the fact. She lives in Australia, and if she wanted to, like, oh my God, like I'm here in
she
Miami.
don't know anybody here, so she can do whatever.
She could do whatever, and she's like, oh, like I have the chance to go with 50 Cent right now, like to leave where he's going to the next spot. I'm gonna leave with him, but she didn't.
But you know why? I think there is a big thing because it feels like, I'm an immigrant, right? But it feels like really like the people that come, I don't know how it's about it today in like Europe and like different spot or maybe like, like South America and stuff like that. But it feels like, dude, like immigrants and people that come, like they have this type of culture where, like Americans is just like, but again, I don't know if it just, I think when even it happens to like immigrants and stuff like that, they're coming from a different city and they'll go here for like 2-3 years. That's it. It's over.
You transition?
Yeah.
Transition?
You know what I mean? Like they might come with like a certain culture, a certain respect, but then they'll see other girls are doing it and other friends that they'll say like, you know what? I'll do that too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This girl, she could be like a top Miami girl, like on her own already. You feel me? Like I'll show you later. Like she could,
Wow.
She is yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah, great story. And I was like, when that happened, I was like, oh shit, like like
there is something like that.
Yeah, like you're a green flag right there.
Yeah.
Like green flag.
Dorian, what do you think about? Let's try to give kind of more value to the audience. Let's say there's a guy out there that's looking for like a hot, like a 10, right? Mm-hmm. You're in the club, a bar. Well, in today's days, I know every like couple years it changes. What is the best way to get with a girl?
All right. So, do you want the best way or my way?
Let's do both.
All right. The best way, right? A pretty girl, like a bad girl, like probably like the prettiest one in the club, whatnot. Lots of times guys are intimidated by that. Guys don't girls like that don't get hit on in person as much as you think. Especially by, type of guys that they would really want. So you see someone like that, there's no point for no pickup line. There's no point for nothing, this and that. If you make eye contact at any point, walk up to her. Hey, how's it going? My name is Dorian. Nice to meet you. This and that. I just wanted to come over and let you know that you have really pretty hair or you have a nice smile or this and that. What's your name? Just like that. And just conversation. Casual. There's no point of any extra pickup line, of any extra, are you from Tennessee because you're only Tennessee? Nothing. There's no need for none of that. There's no need for none of that.
No bullshit, you're saying.
Yeah. You could really just come up and just be genuine. And they like that and they respect that so much more. My way.
Talk to us.
I like a girl that likes me, if that makes sense. You get me? So if I'm out and about and like I don't ever just randomly go up to a girl unless she gives me some type of sign that she's interested in me. I'm talking about like, if I look over her and she looks at me, she gives me a little smile or anything like that. And if I like you, then I'll
That's
approach
interesting.
you.
So you will not go to girls that like didn't even saw you kind of thing and you just saw them.
Nope, I don't.
That's
because
crazy.
At the end of the day, I like I said, I like a girl that likes me. You get me? Like if you make your interest known and this and that, like that you feel me? That's a turn on for me. You get me? That's like a non-sexual turn on. And yeah, it's just very like little subtle signs. Like I like those. And then, I'll go up to you and talk to you and this and that because I'm also not even pressed for like to always like try and get a girl's number and this and that.
So I want to talk to you about it because I feel like that's important. Like, first of all, it's all in your head, right? Like I know a lot of guys doing this big mistake where, like they see this hot girl or something and they want to talk to her, but they'll say like tons of stuff inside their head. Like, why would she talk to me? I'm not him. I don't have a Rolls Royce. I don't have that, this, that.
Correct.
And like, clearly they just like,
that's self-sabotage.
Exactly. Like there is no way if they will go to her, she will want them just because like he's already not confident in himself.
That's self-sabotage. You can't do that to yourself. Like there's people that I've gone up to. I think I told you this story about the football players. Let me not even get into that. I'm not gonna get into all that.
So you're saying like be confident, right? Like be confident, no bullshit. Confident. Just go and be like, like I like your dress, I like this.
Yeah,
and just see the
something
reaction,
subtle,
right?
something subtle. Exactly. And there's been so many times that like I've gone up to girls like that, they will give me like the eyes, and I've gone up to them and I speak to them and whatnot. And then when I was speaking to them, their vibe isn't like welcoming like that. You know, like they'll talk this and that.
So
You read
right?
body language. Yeah. Hey, again, my name is Dorian. It was a pleasure meeting you. This and that. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll walk away. Don't even ask for no number. Don't even do nothing like that. And I've done that before because, you know, there's girls that also get hit on all the time. And so it's like, oh my God, another guy is hitting on me. And so I've done that and I've exited the situation. And there's been times that they'll come back around and like, also like, you know, what are you doing after this or this and that?
Because you
or
know
like,
why? I mean, it's sad to say, but sometimes, you know, the girls didn't find somebody. So
it's not even that. Yeah, it could be that. But then I believe it's like, times when girls are used to getting hit on often a lot, when a guy does that, especially like, you know, you carry yourself with the confidence, you do that, and then you don't even ask for the number, they'll be like, why didn't he ask for my number? Like, he came up and he hit on me and he didn't ask for my number. Like, what's going on? So then that'll be like in their mind. And so then they'll see you, like they'll come like either later on and, you know, like speak to you again, like what are you doing after? Or even the next time you'll see them, they'll be like, oh, you know, like that's happened to me. Like next time I see them, like, oh, hey friend,
I remember you.
Yeah, like, oh,
All
hey
of a
friend,
sudden.
yeah, hey friend, this and that. And you feel me? And then they're trying to give you their number and stuff like that.
What do you think the opposite? I know there's a lot of girls that are gonna watch this podcast and they're curious. You know, sometimes we talked about, right? Like, like sometimes, you know, because they're looking so good, sometimes, you know, like maybe she's the 10 or something, she will not get hit by this guy. And maybe she saw a guy that she wants to pursue something with, she want to get to know him. I know like there's a lot of like, there's girls that can be like that and will be like, you know, they'll come to the guy. Obviously it doesn't supposed to be like that. I agree. But what do you I just want to hear your opinion on that. Like, should they just kind of miss the chance or should they do something with it?
If you like it, go get it. You know, like speak on it. Like,
right.
For example, this is funny. This is funny. On Art Basel weekend also, right? I'm talking about, I had this girl that I walked into some room and as soon as I walked in, she was like, damn, like, who are you? You feel me? And I'm talking about, this is a unit. Like, this is like a bad, like beautiful, right? And she was pressing me like crazy. She was pressing me like crazy that day. And so, you feel me? And I'm talking to her, but I wasn't even talking to her like if I wanted to be on her, like touching her like that, I could have, and I didn't even do all that. As much as I wanted to, I didn't even do all that. I was just there talking to her regular, casual, this and that. And for a girl, she's like one of those girls that I know that like can get hit on by anyone, probably to the point that she doesn't get hit on that often because of that. how like crazy she looks. You get me? And she was pressing me. So to me, it's like, if I'm getting pressed by like women like that, of that like status and caliber, and like she has her back, like she's like one of those women that we were talking about that don't even need a man. You get me? She's like that. And the fact that she was like pressing me and stuff like that, just because of the way I carry myself, my energy, you know, my aura. And I'm not going to sit here and trip on someone that doesn't even have nothing to their name. And like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like one of those women that expect you to take care of them and stuff like that.
Do you feel that like, obviously, you know, with the people you are and the football players, do you feel like sometimes, you know, maybe that you'll come to a girl, I just like real stuff, you know, like, do you feel that like, oh, just because you don't have the maybe the Lambo and this house and that, like, it's not their kind of thing? Like, do you feel that's, I know you mentioned that it's kind of like motivation for you, but would you be like kind of intimidated by that?
I'm really not though, because like I said,
it's good. Like, don't, like, I'm just saying, you know, for the guys out there that could be, you know, just intimidated. Like, what would you say to them?
Again, it all starts, like I said, the whole thing I teach, yes, it is tied to relationships, but it's personal growth at the same time. It's how to put your best foot forward to make you the best version that you can be. You know what I'm trying to say? And every single day, it's a learning process. I'm always leveling myself up one way or another. And the thing is, when you get to a point like that, like I'm there, I'm not intimidated by them. You get me? Like, I'm cool with them, this and that. And at every level, there or not, you feel me? Like, there's guys that, you know, you deal with girls, and then girls, you know, they choose around and whatnot. That happens on every single level. So even up there, man, like, if you're there, you're around those type of guys, don't be intimidated. Carry yourself with your worth. Know your worth. Even if you're not worth what you want to be or where you think you should be, you're gonna get there at some point. And when you get there, even before you get there, carry yourself as
I love
such.
it.
Have your self-confidence, have your energy. If there's something that you don't like about yourself, change it. Don't say, "Oh man, I don't like this, I don't like that." Nah, a girl's not gonna want to mess with me because maybe your body's not like where you want it to be. Go to the gym. You get me? It sounds. I know it sounds like I'm saying like it's an easy thing because it's not, because I've been in the gym for a long ass time and like I've had a crazy transformation, but I took initiative. You feel me? Instead of sitting there and complaining about it, I took initiative. I went to the gym. After I did the gym, I bettered myself physically. I realized that the people that were around me were better looking, but then they weren't there like mentally.
So you take essentially everything that kind of you're not there yet. It's like, all right, cool. Like I'm not there yet, but I'll get there.
I will get there. I'm gonna get there.
Love it.
I'm gonna get there and better yourself one way or another, mentally, physically. Read books, go to the gym, walk to the grocery store. Matter of fact, here's the easy thing that you could do that I do as well. Anytime I'm going somewhere and there's stairs, if it's 3 flights or less, I don't take the elevator or escalator. I take the stairs.
Wow.
You could do little small things that will just add up just to better yourself one way or another. And it sounds crazy, but it's just little things that build up your confidence. You get me? Just build up your confidence, build yourself up, and then don't even worry about these other people like, oh man, I might lose this girl to this and that. No, bro. Like, you know your worth, carry yourself as such, and the people around you, the girls around you, everyone around you will be a reflection of that.
Damn, bro. Give some good points. I love it.
Appreciate that.
Dorian, so you go into a club, you're going with your friends. Yeah, what is the best way out there for guys to make a good impression without using like material stuff kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like, how you talk to the audience about how you put yourself out there, make yourself like known in the room.
And the way all right, so am I making myself known to the people that I'm with, or just randoms that in the room that I'm meeting?
So you going with like, let's say there's a group of you guys and there's like a lot of girls out there. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that want to know, all right, like how can I make myself, like not like kind of be in the room, but be known, like
known in the room,
grab attention kind of thing. Like what would you do?
So one thing that I do, especially like I've done this like in a lot of different places, if I'm going out with people and whatnot, I like to, in essence, be the curator of things. You get me? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I need to say every single thing about like, we go out, it's a group of us, we're in a club, we're about to get some bottles. I'm about to be like, I'm not the person that's in there like, yo, we're splitting the bottle, this and that way. Yo, first bottle on me. Boom, great impression already. I'm talking about with your friends, even with the girls. You get me? It's not even really necessarily, it's not set towards the girls, but you know what? Hey guys, first bottle on me. I got it. Boom. Now we get the first bottle, blah, blah, this comes around. And yeah, there's people, you got to watch out though, because there's people that will take advantage of that. And so that's why you got to pick and choose who really stays around.
Like your friends are saying. There's
yes, friends and people that will come around. Like, there's people that would want to be around just because they know what you can provide and what you have. But then that's a great first impression always. Like when I'm out with new people, restaurant owners, blah, blah, this and that, people that I know have more than me and they could do this and do that, I'm providing value to them as well, because I'm not a person that's going to sit here and take. Yeah, I may not be where I want to be. I may not have what you have, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to provide shit to you. That's a great impression on people always. You get what I'm trying to say? We go out to a dinner. Like, you feel me? I've gone out to dinner with people that have, like one of my mentors, he makes like 50 mil a year. Right? And we would go to places and I would pay shit without him even knowing quick. Like, boom, I'll pay it real quick. He'll get mad at me, bro. What the fuck? Why would you pay for us and that? You feel me? He wouldn't want me to pay nothing, but I'm still doing that because I'm not a person that's going to sit here and take. And then that's a great impression. And now that's how he became my mentor as well. And just always treat people with genuine intentions as well. Don't ever sit here like, oh, what can I gain off of this person? What can I take from him? Like, what can I just leech off of him? Yeah, you could learn things. They'll teach things to you if you give them that respect as well. If you could provide stuff to them, some type of value to them, show them that you're not trying to use them for what they can really provide, they'll be more open and more susceptible to giving knowledge, to putting you onto things, to giving you a guideway, a pathway and whatnot. And that's something that I've learned myself. I
love it, bro. It's a good point. And to me, I agree with that. I think it's all about giving out. Like you give, you get. Like just
Correct.
Like you said.
I give everybody respect up front immediately. And if you give me reasons not to respect you, then I'm not going to give you respect. But I always give out first. You give to receive.
Dude, I love it. Bro, what do you think about like texting and all of that, like like dating apps, reaching out on Instagram, is it still a thing? Is it still working, or you should be all in and like in person and stuff like that?
I personally prefer in person.
Me too.
But there's a stigma behind dating apps and whatnot. And
What's your thoughts on it?
No, I think I think it's hard on dating apps, but I'm not saying it's impossible. You get me? Like, you can definitely work on apps. You can find the certain apps and whatnot, and you could you find the person that you really want to meet on there. Same thing with Instagram and whatnot. It's just me personally. The reason I don't like that is because I've like, DM girls, blah, blah, this and that. And, I meet with them, and their persona that they're giving me, the person that I meet in person isn't who I was talking to behind the screen. You get me? It's just
happening a lot, bro. It's happening a lot.
Like, yeah, maybe it looks the same type of shit. I'm not saying I got catfish, but I'm just saying like their person themselves. Like, it's just not who I was vibing with behind the screen. And I'm like, you can't fake in-person vibes like that. So I just prefer in person. I prefer meeting people in person. I don't even like to,
so you're saying like it's still a thing. It could still work for the people in the audience, but
it could still work. Just me personally, I don't like that, but it could still work for sure. I think it's still, yeah.
What do you think the best way to take let's say you met a girl in the club? What is your game plan to take her to a date? What would you do?
All right, so lots of times when I meet a girl out and this and that, I never make like an initial assumption of like where things are gonna go. I'm never like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna wife her or we're just gonna have fun. Like, I never make an assumption.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because like, I don't know, like me, sometimes I'll be like, if we're vibing, I'll be like, yo, let's go on a cruise next week.
Listen, I'm that type of guy too. I'm spontaneous like that too.
Me, I'm spontaneous.
Yeah. But I make my decision within 2 times of seeing you. You get me? 2 times max, in all honesty.
At least 2, you're saying?
No, that can happen in 1. It can happen in 1, but I'm saying like it never goes over 2 times where I make my decision where things are gonna go. You get me? I meet you, this and that. I'm like, okay. If I'm like already giving you attention and stuff like that, like, I'm texting you, I see the possibility of a relationship happening. You get me? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time like that. But then I take you out to dinner, or we do like a late lunch. Because what I like to do like a late lunch, have like go eat and then go to a lounge where we could sit down, eat and talk. Drink and talk. That's what I like to do. That's my go-to thing. You get me? And so after that first date, like, I like someone that's really there, like, mentally. You get me? And not someone that's like always about gossip and
me too.
That. Yeah.
I can't. I have to talk to somebody to
Yes. Like, I'm such a nerd. I am such a nerd. You get me? And I like to have conversations.
But in a good way.
In a good way. Yeah. Like, I like to have like actual conversations, like things that we could debate on. Like, if I tell you something and you can disprove what I just said, I love that. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that's the type of person that like I look for into date and whatnot. So, after 1 time, 2 times, if I'm like, yo, like, you're cool and all, I wouldn't date you, but you feel me? Like a little late night call.
Yeah.
I could do that. And I let that be known. I don't outright say that, like, hey, by the way, like, I just want to, you get me?
Yeah.
But I'll let it be known, like, in a very subtle way. Like, listen, I'll enjoy spending my time with you, but in honesty, I just don't really see like a relationship that, I don't see a relationship between us, but I do enjoy spending time with you. And if you ever just want to like go out and have casual drinks, let me know. We could do that.
What do you think, bro? Do guys need to be like touchy in a way, in the first date, or not at all?
Not at all. Be a gentleman, court her, yeah, but you don't got to be like all touchy, put your hand like on her and this and that. Like, no, don't get me wrong. If she starts it off, then that's fine.
So if she's starting it off, you continue. But
a girl is always going to do what she wants to do. You get what I'm trying to say?
So you don't start, like, as a man, you don't start.
You definitely can. But I'm saying like especially not on the first date.
That.
You still debating that? Like, on the first date?
To me, sometimes it works for the good.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because you'll start it and she's like just continuing that, and then it's like, it's a match.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you'll start it and she'll be like, like,
like what you got going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, why are you touching me?
And so the reason I'm saying that is because
I'm still debating.
Yeah. So the reason I'm saying that is like I kind of like let her set that tone is because
that is for sure.
Yeah, because if you don't set the tone and she wants that, she's gonna set the tone at some point. But now if you do set that tone and she doesn't want that, now you just killed it.
I see what you're saying. So it's like a risk reward.
If she wants that to happen, it's gonna happen regardless. You get me? If
So
women,
you don't touch at all, like you just like keep it casual.
you give me some type of sign that you want that to happen, then I will do it. I will continue along. But I don't ever just really come outright and do that because, again, like I said, if a woman wants that to happen, if a woman wants to sleep together on the first night or do anything like that, it's gonna happen. You get me?
I get what you're saying.
It's gonna happen because they like that. But if she doesn't want to do that, then you did that, and then you might have just like killed any potential opportunity down the line.
Because sometimes they'll be like, yo, like I don't know you yet. It's like like a first.
Yeah, and
date.
don't get me wrong, like, I've dated a girl that like I slept with on the first night. Like, to me, that's not like, oh, I slept with her on the first night. Oh, she's a bop or whatever like that. I don't think like that. I'm
because
like,
maybe there's just a good chemistry.
good
and whatnot,
chemistry,
you know?
and if you know what you like and you like that, if she knows what she likes and she wants to go for it, she goes for it. Same as us. You get me? Like, people, like, guys don't think that women are as go-getters as we are. They are. They just don't do it as often because
they don't want it as often. Or
no, there's just a stigma behind it. Like, they got to be more reserved with it, which I understand them because a lot of guys don't think like with how I'm saying right now. You get what I'm trying to say?
I agree with you 100%. Yeah.
But there's a stigma behind it, but lots of times, like, if you make her feel comfortable and like you let her know how you think, they'll be a lot more open to things. Let them have the power to choose.
So you would recommend not to touch first. Let them kind of show you. Let them kind of
You can do
lead
little casual things,
but not
crazy.
too much.
Yeah,
in a way.
exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
What do you think? Like, let's say you're in a date right now. What do you think it's like? What would you give the best tip if you're in a date right now and you want to make it like you want to kind of make it better than what it is? What's the situation in right now?
You want to make the situation better for the night or long term?
For both kind of thing. Just like, you're sitting there, you're kind of enjoying yourself, but you want to kind of take it to the next level. What would you do?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you how like a general date night would be for me. Like, if I like a girl, you get me? I'll take her, like I said, on like a late lunch, probably like 4 or 5 o'clock. Almost going into dinner time, right? So the reason I do that is because after that, I want to go either to like a lounge somewhere we could smoke hookah, get a few drinks with each other, and we could do that, and that won't lead until like 11 p.m. time. You get me? So we do that. We have the little late lunch dinner, and then we go drink, and I feel the vibe, how the vibe is going. You feel me? After a few drinks, if I want to like continue the night, if I feel like I want to touch, get touchy for the night, you feel me? I'm like, hey, listen, I got some other stuff. I got a bottle of wine back at the crib. I like how the night is going. Like, we can go back and keep talking. I got some games some games that will help us get to know each other and break the ice a little more. If you want to go back and do that, this and that, you get me? So
I didn't know.
That could set the tone.
That's a smart thing.
That could set the tone. And again,
like games to get to know. Yeah.
And the thing is, and what's so good about that with the late lunch is that when you're doing that, instead of going to a lunch at like 9 p.m., when you're done with the lunch, it's already 11 o'clock. You get me? It's mad late. You do that at like 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock, and then you go to the lounge or whatever. The lounge is done, and it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock already. You get what I'm trying to say? You already been together.
Yeah.
Still good. So then she can come back to your house and not feel like a late night booty call or anything like that. Neither. She can come back to your house. Y'all could, chill, this and that, and it just won't go deep into the night unless y'all want it to. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're
but
saying.
then always just give her the choice as well. Be like, listen, I have this at the crib. We could do that. Or if not, we could just go somewhere else and just get ice cream or something like that. And then we just call it a night. Give her the choice. Let her choose. Because like I said, if you make her feel comfortable, a woman's going to do what she wants to do at the end of the day.
I love it. So let's say you came, I want to ask you a couple of stuff. So you're in a day right now and it just, you don't feel the vibe. Like the vibe is not there. I don't know. It's kind of like you're attracted to her, but you're not sure if she attracted back to you. The vibe is not there. Do you just cut it off, or are you one of those guys that will try to kind of make it still happening?
If the vibe is not there, I'm done after.
You're done.
I'm done
There's
after.
nothing,
We're not going to the next
search
spot.
more.
We're not going to the next spot. No. Like, we're going to finish there. We're going to finish eating. Hey, listen, I had such a great time with you. It was a pleasure to meet you, this and that. Make sure you get home safe, or however it is, and then that's it. That's the end of it.
But to me, it's crazy because like sometimes I'll take it, and maybe it's a mistake, but sometimes I'll take it as a guy. It's like kind of like, bro, what are you like that? Like, how you gonna let her kind of like just kind of give you the
Yeah.
like disrespect, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I'll be like, I'll try sometimes to make it work, which is sometimes could be a mistake. I agree.
So because
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like,
yeah, because don't get me wrong. There's times that you could really sit there and like
try to make it
try
out.
to,
But I agree.
and it could end up working. But I like a girl that likes me.
Right off
You
the
get
bat,
me?
like
I like
first
a,
impression.
Yeah, I like a girl that likes me. I like that because I don't. It's not like saying like it's any type of insecurity. It's just like if I know that you like me and I like you, like I just don't want to ever have to doubt anything or question and stuff like that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and try to prove to you as to why you should want to be with me or like me. Like you should like me the same way I like you.
So it's either that or you
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Love it. What would you say if somebody out there, like doesn't get too much girls and like is still kind of trying to figure it out, his personal life, is whether it's starting a business or something.
Focus on yourself.
Like focus on yourself, but like at the same time, he might be feeling like he needs that. He needs like a partnership. He needs a girl out there to help him. What would you tell him?
I would tell him, focus on yourself.
Still, right?
Build yourself up first. Listen, my mentor is 37. Last year he made more than 50 mil, right? He's 37 years old. Well, he's 38 now. But yeah, when I was 27, he's 10 years older than me. I was 27, he was 37. And he's with like the girl that he's with now, like amazing. They're amazing for each other. And he told me when he was my age, 10 years ago, like is when he started building his wealth. He tells me right now, even with what I got going on now, he tells me, do not focus on a girl. Focus on yourself still. He's telling me like you're on such a great path. Focus on yourself. And when it's time, the girl that you need to be with, the lady that you need to be with, the woman that you need to be with will come along.
So you're a believer that just like let it be kind of thing. Let it be.
Let it be.
It will come.
Take assertive actions when needed, but at the same time, let it be. Don't be like, oh my God, like I need a woman, this and that. And like, that's where it sounds crazy. Like, when I tell people this, like when I tell my clients this, when they say that they want to be in a relationship and whatnot, and I tell them, you don't need to be in one. You need more self-love. It sounds harsh saying that, but it is a thing. When you have more self-love, when you have the love for yourself, you're not at the point that you're like, oh my God, like I need to have someone with me. I need to have somebody by my side and this and that. Like, I learned that myself. Like, pandemic time, I moved to Los Angeles. And before that, I always wanted to have a girlfriend. I always wanted to have like some homeboys around me and this and that. And don't get me wrong, like I did love myself, but I was not the man I am today.
Wow.
And when I moved out there, I started going out to restaurants and eating on my own. And I would go to clubs on my own and this and that. And being out there, I really did learn
It helped you kind of understand
yes.
you don't need anybody. You can just be yourself.
I learned more of my self-love out there. I learned more of my self-worth. And I had some hard times out there too. I did have some like really hard times.
But it's part of it.
Yeah, it is part of it. But it made me a lot stronger for who I am today. You get me? It made my self-love grow a lot. And people see that. People feel that. You get me? Like I said, a lot of the rooms I'm in today is because of that. Like it's just a hidden trait that people could just feel.
No, I love it. I love it. Bro, what an episode. What a freaking episode. Thank you so much for jumping on. It was a true pleasure talking to you about relationship. And I feel like the audience get a lot. We talked about how to deal with, like challenges. Mm-hmm. How to deal with living in the big cities like Miami. And we also understood from what you said that it's not about who you are right now. It's what you're meant to be.
What you're meant to be. Correct.
And so how can people find you, bro?
You can find me on Instagram, Dorian Carlyle, DORIAN CARLISLE _.
Love it.
Find me on there. If you want me, give me a follow. Watch the YouTube videos. Every week I drop videos on how to manifest your best partner, how to manifest your dream goals, how to, 5 signs of a healthy relationship, 5 signs of a toxic relationship. I'm dropping all types of things. I even sell merchandise. You feel me? Like, you see what my shirt say?
That's fire, huh?
I want a good girl.
Not a bad one.
Not a bad one. bad in certain situations.
Yeah, right?
You feel me? But I want a good girl. And
I love it, bro.
Yeah. If you need, sorry.
No, it's all good.
If you feel me, you want to also go out and you want a conversation breaker, I promise you, this shirt does the job. Like, I wear this shirt out and girls will come up to me and be like, oh, so what's your definition of a good girl?
Yeah,
or they'll
right.
be like, oh, damn, too bad I'm a bad girl and this and that. Get at it. This will help you. This will help you for real.
Sometimes the small stuff can help you a lot, you know?
Yeah.
So guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in for another great episode. Dorian, pleasure. Thank you so much for jumping on, brother. And guys, if you love this episode, make sure to share it with a friend. Make sure to put a like, subscribe, and share it with everybody you know who feels like gonna, be valuable to hear this episode. Make sure to follow Tom Talk Success on Instagram and Tom Grobman on Instagram as well. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.